Hello, welcome back. This is a sort of review of something I bought today, and it's a little bit of a departure for me because if you've watched any of my videos, most of them are sci-fi vehicles and stuff like that. Although I have done a few vehicle builds, sort of trucks and mini art cars and things like that. And I went to the model shop in Widnes today to pick up some paints and various bits and bobs, and didn't get what I went for, but ended up spotting this, and it was sort of different enough for me to think, yeah, I'd like to build this. So as you can see, it's the 135th Gecko models. It says 60s and 70s Saigon Shuttle Motor-Tricycle with driver and passengers. Now I saw one of these at a show a couple of weeks ago that must be the accompanying kit for this, and it had two of these vehicles in and a sort of driver sort of sat on the step of one of the vehicles. So obviously that's a different kit. And presumably there's only one kit in this because you get the extra sprues for the passengers in this. So I've had the box open, but as you can see, it comes in a white box, a bit like the ICM models do. So the box top is really just like a sort of colour cover for a plain white box, and there's the kit of parts. Now they do come individually wrapped, but for this video I've just taken them out of the bags. So I'll take the parts out, and there's some decals and clear parts, and there's an instruction sheet there, which I'll have a look through in a minute. But looking at the parts, they are really well molded. The looking at the sprues, they do look a little bit like the mini art vehicles, the sort of civilian vehicles, in the sort of the tininess of the parts. So if I bring that up, let me just grab a something to go behind that. There you go. And you can see these parts here, and the figures are great. I'm assuming that each figure has its own sprue. This looks like one of the women passengers, and she's got one of those sort of Asian type straw hats on. So that's one of them. There's another female passenger, which I think is a different figure. It looks slightly different anyway, so there's one of those. This one is I think that might be another female figure. Yeah, look at, judging by the hair on the head, and they're in pieces like the sort of Tamiya and Dragon figures. There's a male passenger there, and then this is the driver figure. Parts upside down. There you go. That's the driver figure, and you also get the seat as part of his sprue, and he's got like a kind of trilby type hat on. And then the parts themselves, there's a sprue with tires on, and the wheel rims. There's a sack of what looks like potatoes or something to go on the roof rack, and then there's two main sprues for the actual vehicle itself, and it was based around a Lambretta scooter, which it's hard to believe that engine would be big enough to push this vehicle with the passengers in the back plus a load on the roof, but apparently it was. Not sure what the top speed of the vehicle was, but the parts are really nicely done. There's a few ejector marks, but I think they're on areas where you don't see them once the kit goes together. But as I say, looking at all these tiny parts here, it does look very mini art in its construction, especially this one. You can see, let's grab that again. You can see the embossed lettering on the side of the truck, and there's all these little tiny handrails that go along the roof and part of the roof rack, which will need fairly careful cleaning up. I don't know how the plastic compares with the mini art. Some people don't like the mini art plastic. I've gotten used to it, but there's another sprue here with more parts for the roof rack, and these look like the front and back of the roof sections. Then there's another identical sprue with the wheels. I think possibly, I've not looked at the instructions yet. In fact, no, I'm looking at the illustration on the box and it does only have 3 wheels. So presumably you get some spare wheels for it as well, because this is the same sprue again. So there's 3 wheels for the vehicle and presumably 3 spares. Quite why they'd put that many in the kit, I don't know. There's another sprue there with you can see the dashboard there. There's a nice these I originally thought that was an instrument panel, but it's not. It's the part of the chassis with sort of through holes in the chassis. And there's the suspension, but the parts are really well molded. And then you get 2 different sprues of sacks, which look like rice sacks, and they can be put on the roof rack, so it's sort of carrying cargo and passengers. So all in all, very nice. Then the other parts that you get, here's, I'm taking these out of the bag, but there's the transparencies. They look very clear. There's lights and tail lights and possibly glazing for the instrument panel there. And you also get a nice set of decals, really well printed, and some photo etch as well. I think most of this is just license plates, and these straps are bent around. I think the sides have sort of drop down bamboo blinds on the side, but they're supplied rolled up. So I suppose if you wanted them down, you'd have to construct your own from some sort of straw or something. I don't know what you'd use for that. But overall, pretty good. The actual instruction sheet is full colour. In fact, no, it's not full colour. Some of it's coloured. You know, there's a parts layout, and then there's all these CAD drawings of the various parts as they go together. There's the, let me just move those out of the way. It's better. There's the chassis, the suspension, and there's not that many parts, to be honest. And it is quite a small vehicle when it's put together, being 1/35. There's photo etch parts called out for things like the mirror brackets, and every now and again it calls out for, it says to create the antennas. What it is actually telling you to do is to create some plastic sort of stretch sprue to simulate brake lines and things like that. I don't know why they're calling it antennas, but I think that might be better done in wire. And it's something similar to what Mini-Art does. Mini-Art don't supply anything, they just suggest that you use some wire. I don't really know why these manufacturers, they give you the photo etch. I don't know why they don't give you some thin copper wire maybe that you could cut to length, or maybe a bit of brass wire. Even plastic rod would be good. So it looks like you have to provide your own for those. It's strange because if you look at this part here, I'll bring that up to there. There's the arm for the mirror, and that's quite thin, and that's molded, and then they ask you to do this sort of complicated piece of wire for a brake line. So why they don't provide it in the kit, I don't know, but it seems that's quite common in a lot of kits these days. But I thought originally I had vinyl tires, but it hasn't. They're just showing them as painted black, so that's fair enough. There's there you go, there's the roof rack, and these are these bamboo blinds, or there might be canvas, but looking at the ends of them, they look like they're made out of lots of little sticks. So as I say, you could make those yourself if you wanted to. There's the figure painting guide and the rice sacks, and then you get some colour ideas for different vehicles. Obviously these have got decals on for the logo on the side that goes over the embossed one on the side of the kit. There's another one there. They're all they show mission models colours, and they all say neutral tan, but some of them have got different numbers. I'm just going to go for a kind of ivory colour because that seems to be close enough. And some of them have got coloured trim on, red trim, blue trim. This type doesn't have the decal on the embossing. It's just as it is. I'm probably going to go for this. And in fact, this is the one on the box top with the Saigon Cholon on the side. There's another one there which is a bit more colourful. But overall, I think it'll be quite a quick build, because I'm going to sit all the passengers and the driver inside. I mean, my figure painting skills are okay, but they're not fantastic. But you're not really going to be able to see that much of them inside, so I won't have to go mad on the facial expressions. And I think it'll just make for a nice little vehicle, maybe on a bit of a dirt road or something. And possibly there are other kits available of things like sort of horse-drawn carts and carts pulled by cattle and things like that. So maybe I'll go for something like that. But what I'll probably do is I'll do a little quick sort of build of it, and then I'll do a little video showing the 3-4 painting, and then I'll paint it and show how it goes together from the painting stage. So if you're interested, then like and possibly subscribe, and then you'll see the next part probably in the next few days. But I don't think this is going to take me an awful long time to put together. So we shall see. So thanks for watching, and watch this space.